All right. Welcome back, you guys. We're live. Welcome back to our daily live feed. As you are logging on, if you would like to come work with me, suitsandposing.com is where you have to go. We do hair, makeup, suits, and posing, all the fun stuff when it comes to competing. Welcome back to a BSPN night. We are going to preview this coming weekend shows. And as you all are logging on, if you're getting on Instagram, I will be screen sharing on YouTube. So make your way over to YouTube if you'd like to see the pictures that go along with this particular live feed. And our channel on YouTube is Sean's Couture Cuties. Go over there and like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you turn on those notifications, you will get a reminder that hits your app a half hour before we go live. Off to YouTube. There you go. Yes. What's up? Welcome. Hi, Amanda. Yes, and I found another fun feature on YouTube so I can highlight comments when they pop up. I did not know I could do that. Now I do know that as of last night. I did it accidentally. My computer screen is a touch screen, and I touched a comment and highlighted it, and I didn't even know that was an option. So figured out some fun stuff last night. But yeah, as you guys are getting settled in and getting ready for this evening's live stream here, if you haven't done it yet, get your Cuties Conquering the Stage tickets. They are up for sale. They are in my link in my bio on Instagram, and they are in the description box on YouTube as well. So click over there, get your ticket. It is a full 3-day event. 3 days. 3 days packed full of content. Wonderful stuff that will teach you how to navigate your competitive journey, and also a ton of fun girl time and relaxation and rejuvenation in a luxurious Ritz-Carlton style. They host us. This is the 3rd year that they've hosted us. So they do a fantastic job with their service. If you've never stayed at the Ritz-Carlton before, that's what they're known for, their customer service. So welcome, guys. And that ticket, when you purchase, includes all of the seminars, includes hands-on training, includes mental training, includes actual demonstrations with food prep. It includes posing and presentation. It includes hair and makeup. It includes all sorts of stuff, as well as your food for the weekend too. We do banquets, we do breakfast, we do tea time, where we have our pinkies up tea time, and that is our gossip time. So we always call our gossip times pinkies up. Welcome, Raven. Okay, so now that we're in about 3 minutes or so, for those of you, again, that are logging on Instagram, if you'd like to go over to YouTube, we are screen sharing on YouTube. And we are going to preview this weekend's show, which is, I'm so excited for CCTS 2. Look, I can even highlight you. I highlighted your comment. Yay. I'm so excited that I figured this out. Oh, it's the little things in life, right? It's the little things in life. And this week we did sign on 2 new sponsors too. So I'll be announcing them soon. So be paying attention because they'll be coming as well. We have a bunch of sponsors that I've already tagged in a bunch of posts, but I haven't really announced sponsors yet. So we just got 2 new ones. So excited. Anyway, let's go to our pro list for this weekend, which is for Battle of the Bodies. Where are we at? Here we are. And pull that up. There we go. All right. So this is Battle of the Bodies, and we do have a Masters Pro show along with this. So there is 40 and over and 50 over and over as well. The open class is 20 girls deep. We may see 1 or 2 jump on that we don't have added on, that kind of thing, but this is probably pretty close to final. It is a pretty good list here. Now, the only one that I wasn't sure about, somebody helped me out with, I feel like Maya Gordon. I feel like I recognize that name. When I plugged it into NPC News Online, it didn't pull up pictures that I was looking for. So if somebody can kind of fill me in, I'm pretty sure I know who this girl is right here. So fill me in on if you know her last show that she was in. Anyway, with that, We got a bunch of girls on this list that have not competed in a while. They've not been on here since probably the beginning of the year, that kind of thing. And then we have several that have been competing back to back. I pulled up a few that we should be paying attention to and watching. Now, the girl that won this last year was Maureen Blanquisco. And if you didn't know, she ended up taking the freaking world by storm. She placed third at the Olympia this past year, second at the Arnold. So she's one to be watching out for sure. And she won this show last year. That was her Olympia qualification last year. So this is a show put on by Janet Leong, who is a returning Olympia champion. So she took last year off. The year before that, she won the Olympia. Then she took last year off, and she's back this year. And yeah, Paulino, we'll get to her. We'll get to her. So this is Janet's actual show that she's promoting. So this, I think, is her third year. I think it's her third year on this show. If I'm not mistaken, I think her first year she had, did she have pros her first year? I'm forgetting now. I'm getting all the years mixed up. I think this is her third year. It might be her second. It's her second, because the year before that is when she actually won her title. So yes, it's her second year. It's her second year with this show. That's right. I'm getting all my years mixed up. They all blend together after a while. So looking on the list here, the first girl that I did pull up was Erin Dennis. She's been doing pretty decent the last few shows. What did she place here in Savannah? Let's see. Fourth. So she placed fourth in Savannah. So we did talk about her on the wrap up and everything too. So I would be looking out for her for this particular show as well. I believe what I mentioned about her is that she needed to be a little bit tighter from behind, if I remember correctly, or she needed more glutes. Great shoulder shape here, but I think she just needs some more glutes to match it. Let me pull up her back shot. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Trying to remember a few nights ago what I said. Yeah. She just needs to be a little tighter and a little bit more glute. She needs a little bit more glute in general. So let me share the back shot here. So if she comes in a little bit fuller here, that would definitely help her kind of pop this up a little bit. But I do think overall she just needs a little bit more size in the glutes. But we'll see. We'll see how she actually compares in this particular stage. I did mention her hair too. I did see some fuller hair. But upper body looks really good. She just needs to fill out this lower body here. Yes, rooting for Yulia as well. I will be putting her up on the screen too towards the end here. Okay, then, whoops, hit the wrong button. That's Erin. So she's one to be looking out for. The next one that I pulled up was Alessia. So obviously Alessia is always a first call out girl. If not in the top 2, top 3, that kind of thing. She just placed fourth, I think, at Sasquatch. She's been in that third, fourth place position the last couple of shows. Fourth place. I think there's just some little things that she needs to work on with her presence and presentation. This wasn't a good show to compare what she looks like, because the pictures, like I mentioned when we were reviewing this show, the pictures were very unforgiving. Weren't really the best light or angle to be able to see what was going on. The one thing that I did mention was her suit bottoms, that I wanted to see a little bit more roundness on her suit bottoms, because they kind of cut her off and made her glutes look square from the back. So pull that up. So see, she looks a little square right here. I want to see a little bit more coverage on this part of her glute on the top here, just to round her out a little bit more. And then her front pose, they didn't really get a shot of her on, at least on NBC News Online, where she's fully posed. So I don't really want to critique her front pose or anything about her front shot, because she's not fully posed. She's mid transition. She's not even, as you can see, her arm's not even in position yet. So again, I don't want to critique anything about this, because I don't see a full on pose here. And they didn't have a shot of her fully posed. They only had a few pictures of each of the girls from this show. So it wasn't her either. It was just the photos that they put up. They only put a few up. I think a couple of little tweaks with her going into the show, and she could definitely be a threat to actually win this show. Let's do next. I did pull up Brittany as well. So Brittany just placed 6th in Savannah. Typically, I don't say a lot of girls that are in the outside the top 5, but she has been first call out the last 2 shows that she's been in, and she did place 6th here. So I would be watching out for her. We did not review her because she placed 6th. But if we look at her here, let's take a look at her photo, front shot. Pretty well balanced from the front. Again, this picture makes her look a little bit dominant in the shoulders versus the glute. But it could just be the picture too. Like I'm seeing it, it looks like she's got a nice tight waistline right here, but the way the shadowing is on this particular photo, I can't really tell. It looks like she maybe needs a little bit more glute to match her shoulder. Let me see if we got a back shot that we can share. Yeah, I would still say that even from the back shot. So I would say from the back shot, she needs to fill her glutes out just a little bit more. I think her conditioning is good. I think she's lean enough. I think she's got all that going on. But I'd like to see some more fullness to this upper part of the glute here on both sides. We had some more fullness there that would really help to pop everything up and open a little bit more. And you can see she is a little bit fuller through her delts, so that does stand out to me. She's got a little bit of a thicker waistline from the back here, and that would all look a little bit smaller and a little bit wider here if she had a little bit more glute. So I think that's probably a muscle growth kind of thing. However, if she comes in a little bit fuller for this next show, that could be just enough to get her a little bit higher in placing here. So again, she's tight enough. She's definitely tight enough. It's just a matter of getting this upper glute to pop a little bit more. Let's see. Next, I have Paulino up. So the last show that she did was New York. She hasn't competed since New York. She took a little bit of a break, which I think was smart. I'd like to see how she has reshaped her frame. I didn't realize until I actually saw her like on stage, I think at Pittsburgh, how much muscle she actually has. She's a small girl as far as she's short, so she's very compact and she does have quite a bit of muscle. And I believe that from the time off that she took from the stage, which was a few years, she was doing some powerlifting and things like that. So she definitely built up some muscle in doing that. So there were things that she needed to reshape and resize about her body. So I'm curious to see what she's been able to do since May. May is enough time to reshape your frame a little bit, not a lot. You can't like completely reshape yourself. You know what I mean? But if you've got muscle, it's just about kind of pushing it into different areas and reshaping your shape a little bit. Some things can be done in that period of time. So I'm curious to see what she looks like when she gets on stage. She does have really strong glutes. Let me see if I can find, oh, I just went to the wrong page. Hold on. Let me pull up a glute shot. She does have really, really strong glutes when it comes to her back shot. But again, needs a little bit more pop on that upper part, because again, without it, she looks a little bit thick through the waistline. So we just need to get a little bit more pop up here to help make her waistline look a little smaller, make her glute stand out a little bit more. And then she'll be good to go. So I'm curious to see what kind of reshaping she's done in the last few months and how she's going to show up at this show. But I would put her as probably the front runner for a win here at this show. She would be the front runner. I think she's one of the top point earners right now. She might be in like 4th or something like that around there. She's right outside. I think she's right outside or right inside the qualifying points. So regardless, even if she doesn't win this show, she will likely get more points, which is going to push her up into qualifying placings anyway. She did a lot of the top tier shows this year. So she has quite a few points, like New York and Pittsburgh and things like that. So yeah, she would be the front runner for the win here. This girl, Elizabetha, I'm going to pull her up. I'm not super familiar with this girl, but she just took 2nd at the Tokyo Pro. So I wanted to pull her up and show her as well, because she did just take 2nd at a pro show. These shows, they just snap every freaking 2 seconds. There's a ton of pictures of these girls on. And whenever you get these pictures or these shows from like Japan and things like that, there's a bazillion pictures on NBC News Online for them. So This girl did just place second in Tokyo. From what I can see, it looks like she needs some more muscle. I feel like that was across the board with the girls in this particular show. When I was looking through the photos of this show, the girls just looked small in general. So I would say she probably is still going to be a little small when she comes over here. But she's got a good shape, and she did just place second, so we can't count her out. So let's see what her back shot looks like real quick. Again, I'm going to scroll through a bunch of photos to find a good one where she's posed. Here we go. Yeah, especially from the back, you can really see where she's going to need some more size here in the glutes. So she's got a good shape, but her glutes kind of almost don't have any differentiation between her glutes and her legs. So she needs some more glutes up here just to pop everything out a little bit more. Again, great shape, great overall shape. She's just a little small. We'll see how she stacks up in this lineup. We'll see how she stacks up in this lineup. Again, she just took second just a few weeks ago. So let's see how it goes for her. All right. And last but not least, I did pull up Yulia too, because Yulia is going to be doing this show as well. So we just talked about her this past week and her change and her suit color and all that stuff. So I always want to shout out the girls that we work with, and she is one of our sponsored athletes. She won her pro card at North Americans this past year, which qualified her for the Pro Performer Promise sponsorship. And she also did win an overall at Cuties Conquering the Stage too. So just so you guys know, if you didn't know that, I do award sponsorships to our overall winners at Cuties Conquering the Stage. She was one of them. I think, how many did I pick this year? I think I picked 4. I think I picked 4 girls this past year. I don't remember. I do it based on how many girls are there and how many girls I think show a lot of potential. So there is no like set number. If I feel like there's girls that deserve it, I give it basically. So that's how that works. But she looks great. I'm looking forward to seeing her get on stage again. Yes, and Yulia has been getting better and better. So her feedback at this last show was to bring in some more shoulders and better glute hamstring tie-in. So I'll show you what that is as well. Let me grab that and show you the back shot, which again, that's what I saw from the live stream. I felt like she was a little washed out through the glutes and hamstrings. And then she needs a little bit more bigger upper body. And so I agree completely with what the judges said. But she's like one off season away. This is what I told her. I said she took an off season coming into this year, and now she's placing consistently better. She's consistently in the second call out, getting towards the top of that second call out. I think if she takes one more off season, she's going to be consistently in the top call out. So she just needs to put one more round of muscle on her. And this is the case for a lot of girls, right? As we move along in this sport. You know, you can only compete for so long before you need to get off stage and go put some size on. So, you know, you do a handful of shows, you get your feedback. If you're consistently in that second call out, like Yulia is, then you need to get off stage and work on your critiques and come back so that you can come back and consistently get into the first call out. You know, there's no sense in continuously running your body down if you're not, you know, close to winning a show. If you're in that top 5, top 3, then keep banging at the door. Keep banging at the door. If you're outside of that and you're, you know, the end of first call out or the top of the second call out, take your feedback, get off stage and go apply it. In her scenario, it would be to go build a little bit more. And again, I think if she builds one more round of off season, I think she'll be right there where she needs to be with a little bit more size. So that's really important, you guys. I wanted to kind of end this whole preview, because this is only one show this weekend. So I wanted to kind of end this preview with that topic in mind, right? You have plenty of time to get your physique to where you want it to be. And there's Yulia right there. I'll go ahead and highlight her comment for you guys. There you go. I know some people feel like there is a ticking clock when it comes to doing well on the, even the amateur stage, the pro stage, the national stage, that kind of thing. And as long as you take care of yourself, there's not. You know, we have women that are in their 40s that are consistently winning pro shows and qualifying for the Olympia and things like that. Look at Jessica Wilson, look at Erin Stern. You know, Jessica Wilson is now 2-time Olympia qualified. She's 41 years old. I'm going to be 41 in a few days. Her birthday's the same time as mine. I'm like 10 days older than her. She's going to be Olympia qualified twice at the age of 41. And it took her 7 years to get to that point. 7 years of trying to get up to that point. So, you know, she's just got to, as somebody who's been there, done that, you know, she's a great representation of somebody who has actually put the work in time and time again. It took her a while to get there. It took her 7 years to get there, but she got there because she took care of herself through the process, right? She took care of herself through the process, and just got a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better as she went. I'm excited for this show, especially is 20 minutes away from home. There you go. It's a fun one more time. And back to work for better next year. Yep, there you go, Yulia. That's exactly it. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, Yulia, you did what you came to do this year, meaning you got better. That's what's important. You can't control when you are going to hit your peak. You know what I mean? But what you can control is what you do on and off stage to get there. And you have to, like I told you, Yulia, you got to have a good head on your shoulders too. It can be very addicting to get on stage over and over and over again. Trust me, I know. But you have to keep your head on straight so that you can see yourself through all of that and know what you need to do in order to get better, right? I'll say from my own experience this past year, like my package, I was happy with it personally. I knew it was an improvement for me, but I was realistic and knowing that it wasn't going to be competitive on the pro stage where I am right now. And I knew that if I continued to push myself, it would only make me worse. So while I, you know, in the back of my head, like I enjoy competing, I enjoy getting on stage, I enjoy performing. What is my goal? My goal is to be competitive. What do I have to do in order to be competitive? I need to grow more muscle. So for me to get on stage again is stupid, right? And I said that to my coach. I was like, I don't want to do this again until I'm ready. I want to have the density and the muscle that I need to have in order to be competitive. I'm not putting myself through prep again until I know I can be competitive, right? This past year was a learning curve for me because I hadn't been on stage for 4 years. So I had to kind of figure out where my body was and what we were doing. And we figured that out. And I'm glad that I did that, but it would have been a zero-sum game and I would have ended up worse if I kept pushing. So as a competitor, you need to understand this about yourself too, right? You need to understand where you are and where you want to go and be able to take a step back if you need to, or keep pushing if you're that close. Again, every person that I talk to, I give them a little bit of a different advice depending on where they are in their journey. You know, if you're just starting out, get on stage and just see where you land, right? We got Jennifer Lynch that's getting on stage and doing her pro debut next, Ben Weider in 2 weeks. You got to get on stage and start somewhere. You've not been in the pro league yet. You got to get on stage and start somewhere. Then you can assess where you fit and what you need to do in order to get better from there, right? So for some people, it's a little bit different that I give that advice to. You know what I mean? So you got to understand where you are. And again, this goes back to what we were talking about last night about having a good coach and understanding the process, understanding the eye and all of those kinds of things and what your ultimate goal is, right? So any questions on the actual preview for this weekend? I would say that your odds-on favorite for the win would probably be India Paulino. Behind her, I would probably put Alessia or Erin. And that's about it. Then it's kind of open at that point. You know, Brittany's been hitting that top 5 or top call out, not top 5 yet, but top call out. So be watching for her. The Elizabetha, sorry, I can't pronounce her name, from the Tokyo Pro. I think when she gets into this lineup, it's going to be a little bit small, but who knows? She did just play second, so she could end up being very, very good here. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to take the win at this show? Who do you think is going to walk away with their Olympia qualification? Yet another Olympia qualified athlete. And that was something somebody asked me in my stories about what I thought about having, 50 girls that are qualified for the Olympia. I say the more the merrier. You know, this is a worldwide competition now at this point. It's not just the United States anymore. It is worldwide. So when we're talking about the world, the best bikini athletes in the world, I think 50 is actually very low. You know, when you're talking about going to Miss America or something like that, you've got your 50 states, women that are representing in one country, let alone 50 girls from around the world, right? India for sure. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going for India. I think that makes sense on paper, but we'll see. It's been a little bit. It's been a few months since she's been on stage, and who knows? Somebody else that had jumped on could jump in here and just take the whole thing, right? I would say me and do one more show in December. There you go. Yeah, man, you got to go into the show thinking you're going to win it. If you don't go in thinking you're going to win, you already lost. You already lost if you think you can't win this show, right? You've got to go in with that mentality. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it, right? There's people out there that dream the impossible things and they happen, right? Yeah, fingers crossed for Yulia. Yes. Yep. You've got it. You've got to believe that you can do it, because if you don't believe you can do it, how are you going to make the judges believe you can? Right? That's what I say. And on that note, that is our live for this evening. So we will be back on so next week I was gonna say we'll be back on Tuesday, but we won't because it's my birthday. So I'm doing a little mini getaway Monday, Tuesday kind of time frame for my birthday. So we probably won't be back on live again until Wednesday next week. So you guys get a little bit of a break from me. Have to find other things to watch for your cardio theater. And with that said, we've got plenty of videos here on YouTube. You can go back through our archives and go look through all that stuff and watch all those videos. So thank you for the happy early birthday. Appreciate that. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yes, it'll be a nice little reprieve for a couple of days. So I'm just going to turn off everything and enjoy some alone with my husband time. And like I said, Cuties Conquer the Stage tickets, they are available in our link in our bio, and they're available in the description box on YouTube. Make sure that you grab yours. We do have payment plans available for you too. It is a full 3-day weekend of seminars, practical experience. You get hands-on experience with the best coaches in our industry right now. And you get to start your year off with a bang and with a solid plan in place of how you're going to execute to reach your goals. That's our goal when you leave. We want to make sure that you feel like you are on the right path and you've got the right advice in your corner. So thank you for all of the happy birthdays. I appreciate it. And on top of the whole, fact that we're going to help you kickstart your year at Cuties Conquering the Stage, you get to meet all these beautiful people that get on live every night. Like Raven right there. So, that's the great thing. Like, you get to meet these ladies that you have been spending all of this time together. Oh, I thought I just pinned it. What did I do? I want to show. There we go. See, I just realized I can pin comments as well. I did not know I could do that. I just figured that out right now. So figuring out all sorts of things just by touching my screen. I should just touch my screen more often and just see what happens. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend, you guys. There is a live stream for Battle of the Bodies, so I'll be trying to get onto that. I don't know what time everything takes place, but I've got clients all day on Saturday, so I'm gonna do my best to get on as much as I can. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend though, and I will see you back here again probably by Wednesday of this coming week. And have a great night, you guys. I'm gonna end out